What if there's a hidden dimension, a realm between life and death, where your soul travels, where thoughts shape reality instantly? The ancients called it the astral plane. Shamans, mystics, and near-death survivors all speak of it. A place where time disappears, where you meet guides, lost souls, even versions of yourself. But why were we never taught this? Why does no one tell you that you already visit this realm every night in your dreams? Because the moment you remember how to access the astral, no priest, no ruler, no system could ever own your soul again. And once you remember, there is no going back. The astral plane is not fantasy. It's not fiction. It's the forgotten realm of the soul, the space between worlds, between lives, between this body and who you truly are. And in this video, we pull back the veil. You'll discover what the astral really is, why it was hidden, and most importantly, how you can access it. The astral plane, accessing hidden dimensions, begins now. Part 1. What is the astral plane? The astral plane, a hidden realm, existing just beyond the physical world you know. It's not a fantasy, not a dream. It's real, and it's been described by mystics, shamans, and ancient civilizations for thousands of years. The Egyptians called it the land of the Ka and the Ba, two parts of the soul. The Ka, your vital life force. The Ba, your soul's double, capable of leaving the body, traveling freely between worlds. They believed the Ba could visit the realm of the dead, the gods, and return. In the East, the Vedic texts speak of the subtle body, the invisible self that moves through dreams, death, and beyond. It's not bound by flesh or bone. It is light, energy, pure consciousness. Kabbalistic mystics called it Yetzirah, the world of formation, a plane where divine forces shape the material world, where thoughts become form and intention creates reality. And in Tibetan Buddhism, they called it the Bardo, the in-between realm, where souls pass after death, reflecting on their life, facing their deepest truths, before choosing what comes next. Different names, different cultures, but all describing the same place, the astral plane. But what exactly is the astral? It is not out there in some distant galaxy. It is here, right now, surrounding you, layered into this very moment, vibrating just out of reach. The physical world you see is one frequency. The astral plane is all the others. It is a layered dimension, built not from matter, but from energy, thought, and vibration. The lower astral. Dense, heavy, a realm where fear, regret, and shadowed emotions converge. Some call it the shadow realm. It's chaotic, dark, and often the first place souls wander if unprepared, a mirror of our darkest parts. The middle astral. Lighter, familiar. It looks like Earth, cities, landscapes, even people, but everything feels softer, fluid, because here thought shapes everything. This is the realm of dreams, where many of us travel nightly without knowing. The higher astral. Radiant, pure, a realm of light, divine beings, and ancient wisdom. Here, souls meet guides, ancestors, and even their higher selves, This is where karmic contracts are reviewed. Lessons are remembered, and the soul prepares for what comes next. And the most powerful truth of all, the laws of the physical world no longer apply. Time, gone. Space, irrelevant. Gravity, meaningless. In the astral, you don't walk, you don't run. You think and you arrive. Your mind is your vehicle, your thoughts, your map. Here, what you feel creates the landscape. Joy births light, fear summons darkness, desire shapes the world around you, and that is why the astral is both beautiful and dangerous. It holds a mirror to your soul, every fear, every dream, every hidden truth, reflected instantly. You've been there, in your dreams, in moments between sleep and waking, in flashes of déjà vu that make no sense. Until now. The question is, will you remember? Because the astral plane is not the afterlife. It is the bridge, the forgotten realm between worlds, where your soul has traveled countless times before, and once you awaken inside it, you don't just explore the astral. You reclaim the truth of who you've always been, a traveler, a seeker, a soul, far more powerful than you've been told. In the astral, you don't walk, you think, and you're there. Part 2, Science, NDEs, and Evidence of the Astral Plane. For centuries, the astral plane was dismissed. A myth, a fantasy, a story for mystics and dreamers. But what if science has been chasing it all along? What if the soul's journey through the astral isn't just belief, but fact? It begins with near-death experiences, NDEs. Thousands of cases across every culture, every religion, every language. People who died clinically. Heart stopped, brain flatlined, and yet they returned with the same story. They floated above their bodies, watched doctors fight to save them, heard words they shouldn't have heard, saw details they couldn't have known, and then the journey began. A tunnel of light, a sense of weightlessness, peace, freedom. They met loved ones, guides, beings of light. And then came the life review. Not judgment, but pure understanding. They felt everything, every joy they gave, every pain they caused, not as punishment, but as truth. And through it all, one thing became clear: consciousness did not die. Dr. Raymond Moody, pioneer in NDE research, documented thousands of these cases. His book, Life After Life, shocked the world, because every story mirrored the same journey. Then came Dr. Eben Alexander, a Harvard-trained neurosurgeon, a man of science, logic, skepticism, until he fell into a coma. His brain shut down. No activity, no dreams, no hallucinations. And yet, he traveled deep into the astral realms. He saw colors not of this earth, heard music beyond human sound, met beings of pure light who told him, "You are loved, you are eternal, you can never die." When he returned, his scientific world shattered, because his experience was impossible. And yet, it happened. But it's not just NDEs. Even governments have explored the astral. In the 1970s, the CIA launched the Stargate project, an elite program training people to leave their bodies, to see across time and space, to spy through remote viewing. First, top secret, then reluctantly declassified, and what they found bent the laws of known reality. And what they found was shocking. Human consciousness is non-local. It can move anywhere. It can see anything. Targets thousands of miles away, described in perfect detail. Locations never visited, drawn on paper. Wars, secret bases, all witnessed from the astral. Even the US military admitted it worked. Then came Robert Monroe, a businessman turned pioneer of the out-of-body experience. Through years of personal exploration, Monroe mapped the astral. He described layers, realms, vibrational frequencies. His work led to the creation of the Monroe Institute, a center for researching astral travel, lucid dreaming, and human consciousness. Thousands trained, and thousands reported the same thing. Once you leave your body, once you see yourself from above, you can never unsee it. What science once called hallucination began to look like evidence. So tell me, how do you explain a person blind from birth, describing the color of the surgeon's shirt, from the ceiling while their body lay on the table? How do you explain children remembering lives they never lived? Names, places, details, all confirmed. And how do you explain that ancient mystics, shamans, monks described the same realms that modern science is just now discovering? The answer is simple. The astral plane has always been real, and modern science is finally catching up. Because consciousness is not trapped in the brain. It is not created by neurons or blood flow. It is infinite. It exists beyond the body, beyond time, beyond space. And when you realize this, you understand what the ancients always knew. You are not your body. You are not your mind. You are the traveler, the eternal soul, crossing dimensions again and again. The body sleeps, but the soul remembers. Part 3. The soul's journey in the astral realm. What happens when the body dies? Does everything end, fade to black, or does something far greater begin? The ancients knew the truth. Death is not the end. It is only a doorway. When the final breath leaves the body, the soul rises and enters the astral plane. But this is not heaven or hell. There is no throne, no judgment, no eternal punishment. Instead, there is reflection, healing, a homecoming. The soul awakens, weightless, timeless, free. And what comes next is the life review, but not the way you've been taught. In the astral, there is no God on a throne, only you, facing the truth you carry within. Every moment of your life, every word you spoke, every ripple you caused, unfolds before you. You feel what others felt, the joy you gave, the pain you caused, not as punishment, but as pure understanding. For the first time, you see it all, the patterns, the lessons, the choices that shaped your journey. Because in the astral, the only judge you'll ever face is the truth you carry within. And with that truth comes clarity. Then the soul reconnects with guides, ancestors, and soul groups who've traveled beside you through lifetimes. These are not strangers. They are the faces you've seen in dreams, the voices that whispered in your darkest moments, the ones who've always been with you, waiting. Together, you review the karmic threads still unfinished, the promises made, the debts unpaid, the lessons still waiting. This is where karmic contracts are forged, where the soul chooses the next life, the next family, the next set of challenges, designed not to punish, but to evolve. Because reincarnation is not random. You do not return by accident. You choose every wound, every joy, every trial. Why? Because the soul is not here for comfort. It is here to grow, to rise, to remember. And so, the cycle continues. The soul, wiser now, carries its lessons forward and prepares to enter the physical world once more. A new body, a new name, a new chapter, but always the same eternal essence. This is the purpose of the astral plane, not a place of rest, but of transformation. Here, you are not judged, you are not punished. You are seen, fully, completely, truly, and when the moment is right, you choose to return, to try again, to continue the sacred journey of becoming, because the soul's path is not linear, it is a spiral, a dance between worlds, between lives, between light and shadow, and the astral plane is where the soul remembers who it truly is, not a sinner, not a victim, but a traveler on an eternal quest for truth, for wisdom, for home. You don't face a God who judges you, you face yourself. Part 4. Why the astral plane was hidden from you. If the astral plane is real, if it has always been there, waiting, why haven't you heard about it? Why did no one teach you that you are more than flesh and bone, that your soul can leave the body, travel? Remember, the answer is simple. Control. You see, knowledge of the astral plane is power, and those who seek power fear what they cannot control from the very beginning. Ancient empires, priesthoods, and secret societies knew if the people could access the astral, if they could meet their guides, see their past lives, understand the nature of the soul itself, they would no longer need kings, priests, or gods carved in stone. The real threat of the astral was never darkness. It was liberation, because a soul that knows it can travel is a soul that cannot be contained. It bows to no ruler. It fears no death. It sees through every lie. And so the war began, not a war of swords, but of stories, a war for your soul. Mystical knowledge was pulled from the hands of the people, the teachings of Egypt, the wisdom of the Druids, the sacred rites of the shamans, all rewritten, all buried. In their place came religion, not the true path to the divine, but systems designed to control. You were told, heaven is far away, hell is waiting if you disobey, and only through the church, the temple, the priest, can you be saved. They took your birthright, your soul's divine freedom, and replaced it with the weapon of sin. They didn't save you. They chained you. They replaced personal power with fear. And they told you that leaving your body, seeing other worlds, was evil, was dangerous, was impossible. And you believed them. Because that's what fear does. It blinds you. But here's the secret. They didn't destroy the astral. They drowned it beneath fear, dogma, and silence. They labeled it blasphemy. They called it witchcraft. They branded it hallucination, delusion, madness. Even today, science continues the story. They tell you the astral is not real. Out-of-body experiences are just dreams. Chemical reactions, firing neurons, and yet the same governments fund secret programs in remote viewing. The same militaries train soldiers to see across time and space. Why? Because they know what you were never told. The astral is real, and it is the one thing they cannot own. Because once you learn to leave your body, once you see the truth with your own eyes, you stop being afraid. You stop obeying. You stop needing anyone to tell you what is real and what is not. You become sovereign. No more fear of death. No more fear of judgment. No more fear, period. That's why the astral was hidden, because a soul that remembers is dangerous, not to the world, but to those who rule it. Because once you wake up, you stop playing their game, and you see, they never feared demons. They feared you remembering. And here's the truth they never wanted you to know. The astral plane was never closed. It was never lost. It was always waiting for you, for this moment. For the moment you start to remember what was buried. And once you do, there is no going back. Because you realize you were never trapped. You were never lost. You were always free. They didn't erase the astral plane. They buried it under fear and lies. Part 5. How to access the astral plane. Practical guide. The astral plane. It's not a fantasy. It's not a dream. It is real. And here's the secret. You've already been there. Every night, as you sleep, your soul drifts into the astral, unconscious, unaware, missing the journey that was always yours to claim. But what if you could become lucid, fully conscious, while your soul walks the stars? What if you could step beyond the body? And finally, see for yourself, because the astral is not a place you visit once. It is a skill, a practice, a mastery of the soul's forgotten birthright, and anyone can learn. The journey begins where you sleep, because dreams are the door. Every time you dream, you are already in the astral, just wandering blind, but with practice, you can wake up. You can become lucid, fully conscious, fully aware. Step 1. Lucid dreaming techniques. Before sleep, speak it aloud. Tonight, I will awaken inside my dream. Keep a journal by your bed. The moment you wake, write. Every fragment, every feeling, every strange face. Because memory is your first key. Train your mind to perform reality checks. Throughout your day, ask, am I dreaming? Look at your hands. They change in dreams. Push your finger through your palm. If it passes, you've crossed the veil. The more you practice, the more your mind wakes up, even in the astral. Step 2. Mastering sleep paralysis. The hidden gateway. Most fear sleep paralysis, the feeling of being trapped, frozen, unable to move, while something watches, but what you were never told. Is that this moment is your doorway? In sleep paralysis, your body sleeps, but your mind wakes. You are halfway between worlds. Breathe slowly. Stay calm. Feel the vibrations rising. the buzzing, the electric hum through your skin. Don't fight it. Let it carry you. And then think of rising, not standing, not moving muscles, but floating. Visualize your astral body peeling away, lifting, leaving the shell behind. Suddenly, you'll feel it. The shift, the moment your soul separates, and there you are, in the astral, free. Step 3. Breathwork and sound frequencies. Ancient mystics used breath to slow the mind, to raise the vibration. Breathe deep. 4 counts in, hold, 4 counts out. Repeat until the body fades and the mind sharpens. Then use sound. Binaural beats, frequencies designed to synchronize your brain waves. Theta waves, perfect for astral projection. Listen with headphones. Let the sound guide you, like a boat across the unseen sea. Step 4. Focused astral projection meditations. Lie down, completely still. Close your eyes and imagine a rope hanging above you. Without moving, reach for it. Pull yourself up, 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 until suddenly you are no longer in your body, or visualize yourself rolling out, like mist from your flesh. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Signs you're entering the astral, and then the veil rips open, reality fractures. You rise and see your own body from above. That's the moment you know you've crossed over, seeing your own body from above. And then the world shifts. You're free. But be warned, the astral is not without shadows. Caution, navigating the lower astral. Stay calm. Hold your vibration high. The lower realms feed on fear, anger, doubt. If you feel pulled down, return. Focus on your body. Breathe deep until you are back. Because your goal is not escape. It is awakening. The astral is not a playground. It's a crucible, a mirror that shows you your light, your shadow, your truth. It shows you your power, your fears, your truth. The more you master it, the more you see the world for what it truly is. Not reality, but reflection. And once you cross, you never see life the same again. You realize you are not the body. You are not the name. You are the traveler, the light, the soul that cannot die. And every journey brings you closer to remembering. The astral is not fantasy. It's the forgotten map of your soul. Final CTA. Tease next video. If the astral plane is real, if your soul can travel beyond the body, beyond time, then ask yourself, what else have they hidden? What other sacred knowledge was buried? What other maps were kept from you? In the next video, we unlock one of the most forbidden mystical systems ever created, the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life. An ancient blueprint, a divine code, not just of the universe, but of you, the structure of reality itself, and the path your soul has followed lifetime after lifetime, back home. You were never meant to wander blind. The map, the code of creation, was hidden in plain sight, and in the next chapter, we reveal it. Because when you unlock the Tree of Life, you don't just see the cosmos, you see your soul's divine architecture. Kabbalah, the forbidden Tree of Life.